This episode is brought to you by Atlassian. Atlassian makes the team collaboration software that powers enterprise businesses around the world, including over 80% of the Fortune 500. With Atlassian's AI-powered software like Jira, Confluence, and Loom, you'll have more time to do the work that matters. In fact, Atlassian customers experience a 25% reduction in project duration per year. Unleash the potential of your team at Atlassian.com. Atlassian.
If you send hey, they send hey. But with opening moves on Bumble, you can get to better chats faster. Because if you send most underrated summer activity, they send eating spicy soup in front of the air conditioner on full blast. And that's something you can work with. You're still making the first move, but you can choose a question or write your own to get sent to all your matches. So you can relax and see what they come back with. Download Bumble and try it for yourself.
It's a Minimalist Monday edition of Optimal Living Daily. How to Reset Your Life by Joshua Becker of becomingminimalist.com. Happy Monday and welcome back to the Optimal Living Daily podcast, where I read to you every single day of the year. I'm Justin Malik, by the way. Today I have a post from Joshua Becker, a super popular writer and minimalist. For now, let's get right to it as we optimize your life. How to Reset Your Life by Joshua Becker of becomingminimalist.com. I was talking to a good friend of mine earlier this year when she made a fascinating remark to me. They were in the process of selling their large home in order to pay off some debt. When I asked her how they came to that decision, she said to me, "We've decided to hit reset on our life." She continued, quote, "For too long, we've overextended ourselves financially, and it's time to take whatever steps are necessary to start fresh. So we put our house on the market and began living within a tighter budget. I don't know what we were thinking living like that for so long, but it's time to hit reset on our lives," end quote. I found the phrase to be almost magical. We've decided to hit reset on our lives. I was reminded of a computer that had begun to run too slow, overheating with too many applications running in the background. Control, Alt, Delete, reset. Or as Anne Lamott once said, quote, "Almost everything will work again if you unplug it for a few minutes, including you," end quote. And speaking with my friend, I was reminded of my own life. In many ways, I hit reset on my own life when I discovered minimalism. I went back to the beginning, challenging my consumption and the many unhealthy habits that had become present in my life. Of course, not every life is in need of a full reset, and I'm smart enough to know that resetting a life is not the same as restarting a computer. You can't just delete past memories, experiences, injuries, or every unenjoyable responsibility in your life. Resetting the direction of one's life requires more than a few minutes of downtime. But we are nearing January 1st, the time of year when we naturally assess the trajectory of our lives and what direction we are heading. And maybe, just like my friend, your life needs a reset. There's a powerful truth in the reality that you are in control of your life, and you alone are responsible for the experience of living it. If you do not like the direction you are heading, you alone can choose a new path. If you have become overloaded financially or overburdened in your schedule, you alone can hit reset on your life. Even if our relationships have turned unhealthy, there is a lot we can do individually to foster an environment for change. If your life needs a reset, it is within your power to do so. But how do we go about hitting reset in our lives? I fear to say these are not easy steps. This is not your typical 10 minutes to a clutter-free morning blog post. These are weighty changes that require not just reestablishing a mindset, but also implementing the hard work of making it a reality. Sometimes these changes require conversations with loved ones that may or may not be thinking about the same things. But life reset is possible. My friend is a mother with a husband and 2 teenage daughters. If she can hit reset during that stage of life, so can you. Here are some of the places we might look to reset. Number 1, look hard at your spending. Lifestyle creep occurs when an individual's standard of living improves as their discretionary income rises and former luxuries become new necessities. If the idea of minimalism is brand new to you, it is very likely lifestyle creep has crept into your life more than you realize. If rethinking your finances, getting out of debt, or beginning to save is part of the necessary reset, start by looking at your spending. Number 2, consider your time commitments. Many of us live hurried, stressed lives. We rush from one activity to another. For some people, this is within their nature and they thrive in that type of environment. But for others, the urgent is keeping you from the more important, longer-lasting pursuits available to all of us. Consider the time commitments you have slowly accumulated over the years and find a new filter to promote your highest values. Number 3, question your work. The average person spends more than 90,000 hours of their lifetime at work. For many, work has become their routine and they've given up any thought of changing. Our job is our job and we give little thought to the reality of something different. I think that's why 2/3 of Americans report being disengaged at work. I know that changing jobs is not always easy and not always possible, but if we're talking seriously about hitting the reset button on our lives, looking at what we do 1/3 of our waking hours is an essential consideration. Number 4, check your motivations. There is great progress to be made in life when we look deeper than our actions and begin checking the motivations behind them. When we don't actively keep our motivations in check, unhealthy ones begin to emerge. We become motivated by the pursuit of riches, accolades, or building our own selfish kingdom. On an almost daily basis, it is wise to check our motivations, but we rarely do. If we can see the need for an entire life reset, it would be foolish to not check the internal motivations that may have moved us to our current situation. Number 5, evaluate your relationships. People are not things, and choosing which relationships to keep and which to remove is not as simple as decluttering clothes in your closet. There are some relationships where both parties benefit, and there are some relationships where we benefit. But there also ought to be some relationships in our lives where we are serving and giving and being the one who loves more. Balance is important in this area. Evaluate the current relationships in your life. Are your closest friends moving you toward the person you want to be, or are they holding you back? Number 6, be honest about your habits. Sometimes the habits we develop increase our chance of success, but other times our habits keep us from it. How do you spend your day? How do you care for your health and body? What habits are creating a better you, and which habits are keeping you stuck where you are? Resetting your life is going to require more than a one-time decision or evaluation. Oftentimes, it is going to require you to rewire your habits from the ground up. I don't offer this list as exhaustive. Certainly, there are other considerations to factor in your life reset. More than anything, I simply want to encourage you. Your life doesn't have to remain on the same trajectory that it is today. You can hit reset if you need to. You just listened to the post titled How to Reset Your Life by Joshua Becker of becomingminimalist.com, and I'll be right back with my commentary. Over the years, our podcast team has launched new shows, given away hardcover journals, and looking ahead, hopefully bringing you more engaging content. And speaking of growth, if you run an e-commerce business, you know how crucial it is to scale efficiently, especially during the busy holiday season. That's where ShipStation comes in. I've personally used ShipStation and it's a game changer. Their all-in-one order fulfillment system integrates seamlessly with over 180 popular e-commerce platforms and carriers. What I love most is how easy it is to automate shipping tasks and manage orders from a single dashboard. With just a click, I can print shipping labels, saving me hours of work. Plus, the industry-leading carrier discounts have saved me thousands on shipping costs. It's no wonder over 130,000 companies have grown their e-commerce businesses with ShipStation, with 98% becoming lifelong customers after the first year. Scale your e-commerce business with the shipping software that delivers. Switch to ShipStation today. Go to ShipStation.com and use code OLD to sign up for your free 60-day trial. That's ShipStation.com, code OLD.
Stop. 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 Had enough? Kick out mucus and quiet the cough with Mucinex 12-Hour DM for long-lasting cough and chest congestion relief. Buy Mucinex 12-Hour DM at your local retailer. Use as directed.
Thank you to Joshua. He's been an author I've narrated for a long time now. And I'd consider him a friend. I got to meet him at the personal finance conference called FinCon a while back, before the pandemic. And he's always been so open and welcoming, so I'm really happy I got permission from him to share his work. Always great content on his site too. It's crazy that the average person spends over 90,000 hours of their lifetime at work. Even when not breaking it down like that, when you consider that most of our days are spent basically sleeping and working, those two seem like the most obvious places to start when thinking about optimizing our lives. I think there's only so much you can do with sleep, although lucid dreaming is pretty awesome and takes a lot of practice and awareness to do consistently. You can check out episode 50 way back in the day to listen to my own article about lucid dreaming. But work, the world is your oyster there. It may not seem like it at times. We can feel stuck. But like Joshua said, it is an essential consideration. So really take that to heart. But that should do it for today. Hope you're having a great day, a nice start to your week, and I'll be back tomorrow as usual, where your optimal life awaits.